Good morning, everybody. This is Nick from Conifer, Colorado. I've got Kobe with me today, and I want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Outdoor Fun in Colorado. Today we're going to be doing Flying J Ranch Park. It looks to be about a 3.5-4 mile type of loop, and it's about 5 minutes after 8 in the morning, so I'm going to keep you guys posted on how the difficulty is, the duration, and what the scenery is like. Stay tuned and have some fun. Thanks. Okay, everybody, so in the past on some of my other hiking videos, I've talked about some of the life lessons that I've learned. And one of them I've learned as I was getting older was reading self-development books. And the very first one I came across was Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Sales manager that I was working for at the time really suggested it, and it was kind of funny because there's a lot of common sense concepts in there that we take for granted. Granted, there are certain common sense concepts that we use on a daily basis and we just take it for granted, but there's also the ones that we know but we don't actually use that often because we forget about it. One of the reasons why I really like that book is not only there's value there, but I think it's very important for the younger generation because I notice a lot of younger people are missing key qualities from a communication standpoint and a relationship standpoint. Life is all about relationships and establishing good relationships as well as keeping them. One of the things that it talks about in that book is not burning bridges. We need to do a better job on listening to other people's point of view instead of just arguing. Obviously, that's a big hot topic right now with politics. The other thing it talks about is stop talking about yourself and just listen to other people and ask them questions and engage and show them interest. Even if it's not something that interests you, put in the effort to show interest into them, you know? Another thing I loved about it was it was all about accountability and admit when you're wrong in a relationship, or if you're having a conversation with somebody and they point out why you're wrong, yeah, admit why you're wrong, you know? Be open to another person's point of view. And then it was also talking about stuff like how to criticize effectively. Quite often we come across situations where people will criticize, but they're not doing it effectively because their approach is horrible. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the book is just about a lot of basic concepts about relationships with others and establishing quality relationships with others. So that's why I definitely recommend that book. And with that being said, yeah, just expose yourself to something different if you want. Go ahead and check out one of those self-development books and you'd be surprised what you might come across. Okay, everyone, so I think this is the top of the trail. It's definitely a little bit more beautiful than Meyer Ranch. You can tell that they've done a lot of cleanup on excessive trees, on trying to create a fire barrier, if you will. Keep the fires from spreading too far. But, yeah, you figure it is 8:50, so I've been walking for roughly 45 minutes now. So one of the things I'm liking about this trail so far is obviously it's not hard. It's definitely easy, but it's beautiful. You don't hear all the road noise that you do on Meyer Ranch. So it's peaceful, it's quiet, it kind of gives you that remote sensation. And yeah, it's just got beautiful scenery. I wouldn't say there's a creek, but there's a couple water runoffs that are nice to stop for the dog, of course, and she likes to get her feet wet and have a little drink. But yeah, so far I definitely like this trail. I did this trail roughly 10 to 15 years ago and I don't remember it, so that's why I wanted to do it again to see what it's like. Okay, everybody, so I normally don't talk about life lessons more than once on a video, but I came across two morons so far on this trail. Moron number one is riding his mountain bike a little bit too fast on the trail, comes around the corner, almost plows into Kobe and I. Obviously, common sense would explain that if you're sharing the trail with hikers and you're on a bike, pay attention and slow down around the corners. Moron number two is walking on the trail with his two younger daughters, probably around the age of 5 to 6. Neither one of them, none of them, including the parent, had any bottled water. I'm sorry, but as a parent, you got to put your kids first and think about common sense practices like hydration and sunscreen and things like that when you're going on a hike. Sorry, but I had to vent because of the stupidity that sometimes we get exposed to. So hey everybody, so I wanted to wrap up this video on giving you guys a review of how this trail was. I would definitely give it a 3. Meyer Ranch, I gave it a 2. This is definitely more beautiful. It's definitely more peaceful, and there's a lot more variety of flowers up here, and a lot of them. So it's definitely a nice place to come to. It's convenient. It's off of Highway 73 in between Conifer and Evergreen. As far as this duration, you figure right now it is 9:40, so you figure an hour and 40 minutes for me. I did all the way to the furthest out end on Shadow, I think it was Shadow Junction or something like that. But yeah, it was definitely a good trail. I definitely recommend it. It's definitely convenient, and as far as the difficulty, I would give it a 2. It is not hard at all. So come out here, have some fun, and enjoy it. It's definitely beautiful. Thanks for watching another episode of Outdoor Fun in Colorado. Feel free to hit the subscribe and the like button. Thank you.